Financial's direct enrollment platform video tutorial. For those of you who are already working with and using this platform, this video should help you troubleshoot any possible issues you may be having in connecting with healthcare.gov, bypassing the identity questions for your client, and using the tool in the most effective manner. And for those of you who this may be your first time experiencing Messer Financial, or you've yet to enroll in a subscription for the enrollment platform, please know that we're going to go ahead and make sure there's a PDF available on the website to accompany this video, so any questions you may have or information you need to receive from us, acquire from us, you can in an easy and simple fashion. It'll have links on there for the order form. It'll also have your our phone number. You can see it here, 866-568-9649. Again, my name is Mike King, and I'm going to be conducting the training of Messer Financial Group's direct enrollment platform. So first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to log in as a user. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and I'm going to log in as Mike King, username. I'm going to go ahead and put in my password. And please note, this password is the one that you will create. The default password, if you do not know your password, is password 1. You will want to change that once you log in. So here we go. Now I've enrolled, or I've logged in, and now I'm ready to begin a quote process for someone. So whether this person is in a different state or we're sitting belly to belly, the fact is that this platform is going to allow you to do 3 things that every agent needs to do if they're working in the Affordable Care Act insurance sector. Plain and simple, you need to make sure that you know who you enrolled. Last year we had agents who lost thousands of dollars because they didn't have a record of who they enrolled or when, and it was their word against the insurance company and the federal government. Many times the agent lost. If they did not have a record, they absolutely lost that enrollment. Second thing is that you'll be able to see more people faster because you're going to be able to bypass healthcare.gov on the front end. So it doesn't mean that you don't have to go to healthcare.gov. It doesn't mean that this will automatically make everything right with the Affordable Care Act's enrollment process. But what it does mean is that you will be able to bypass the identity questions, and you, the broker, will be the identity verifier. You will tie directly into healthcare.gov, meaning you will stamp each application through your login of the CMS portal. And last but not least, this platform is going to allow you the opportunity to have all the information in one place so that later in the year when you have somebody who needs to make a change because of a special enrollment period, as you're working in the SEP world, taking groups from group to individual, or last but not least, you just want to have a record of who you enrolled this year and communicate to them on their birthday, special events, or just what's going on with your agency or changes, or possibly even market other products. All of that information will be readily available to you at your fingertips so you can share whatever you like with your clients. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start a new quote, and we're going to go to Go. We're going to click the Go button. Look at that, producer, King Mike. And we're going to go ahead and look in the Atlanta area. We're going to go ahead and have a 25-year-old applicant. The gentleman's name is Jason Hayward. So we're going to put Hayward, last name, applicant, first name, Jason, gender, male, and he was born on August the 9th, 1989. When you get that information here, you're going to go ahead and click on the bottom right-hand corner, Next. And Mr. Hayward would like to look at medical, dental, and he's interested in finding out about cost reduction. But as you talk to him, he says, you know what, I'm not that worried about the dental. Let's look at the major medical first. So you say, okay, so let's just look at major medical. You've made a decision that he's interested in finding out if he qualifies for reduced costs due to an advanced tax credit, and you can see that changes have been saved to Mr. Hayward. You hit Next. Mr. Hayward makes $22,000 a year. He is the only person in his household as he's single. He lives in Fulton County, Atlanta, Georgia. Number of people covering himself, 25. And no employer coverage is available. So we're going to go ahead and calculate. $94 a month is what Mr. Hayward is eligible for in a tax credit. So you tell Jason, Jason, looks like you're going to qualify for roughly $94 a month. Let's go ahead and see how that looks when you apply it to an Affordable Care Act health plan. You give the software just a second to calculate. Now you have all these different plans that you can look through from all the different carriers. But Mr. Hayward said, you know what, I want to compare just 3 plans. So I'm going to look at this Ambetter plan, I'm going to look at this Coventry plan, and years ago I had Humana, and they worked real well for me, so I want to look at this Humana. You're going to come back up to the top, and you're going to hit Display Plans. All 3 side by side, you get a good hard look at exactly what they look like. He says, I like that Humana plan a lot, but I want to really look over these other 2. Can I? And you say, sure. So at this point in the selling process, you're just going to go ahead and show Mr. Hayward quote. You may want to email it to him. But if you notice when you create that quote from the compare plans, all of your information is automatically populated and all of this is populated. We're looking for effective date of the 1st of the year, 2015. We have all the information that would be required for him to go ahead and make an informed and educated decision. And you're the one who's provided it, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner. Mr. Hayward's satisfied by that, so we're going to go ahead and go back. And he says, you know what, I'm going to select a plan, and I know what plan I want to select. I want the Humana plan because I was really pleased with them before. But you say, well, before we go any further, why were you pleased with them before? He said, well, I really like the fact that they worked with Emory. And being in Atlanta, Emory's a hospital system that in school that I respect, like, and trust. It's important to me. So you say, okay, so you look at the summary plan design. You say, we just went over this. Mr. Hayward, does this look like we talked about? It does. Wonderful. And you go ahead and click on the RX lookup. So you've got all of Humana's drug information readily available for you right here in the software. It's awesome to have things in one place, saving you time, saving you energy, but this Emory thing is very important to him. So before we go any further, we're going to look at find a doctor. What type? Medical doctor. We're going to type in 30305 or 30305. And now we're going to go to select, and we're going to go to all. And he said Emory is important to him, so we're just going to type in Emory, just keeping it real simple because that's what he's most interested in. You look at that. Got a number of different physicians associated with Emory. So we have the Emory Medical Care Foundation, pediatrics. Okay, good, good, good. I'm just looking for a perfect physical. Nope. I just need somebody who's just going to do internal medicine. Well, look at this. I got 17 pages of people involved with Emory. Doctors, physicians. I just want to look for a primary care doctor. I just click the button. Refine results. So each carrier is going to have its own setup. Up here we've got family practice again, pediatrics, internal medicine, and you can compare on this Humana site as well. So he's satisfied with the doctor network. He's satisfied with the prescriptions. He's seen the plan design. He understands that he's getting a $94 a month subsidy, and $77.27 is something that Mr. Hayward is comfortable with. We go ahead and select the plan. We verify that all of this information is correct. We hit Save and Next. When you come to this next screen, data was saved successfully, that means that you will be able to go back into applications if something was to happen and continue. So for this purpose, to keep it simple, we're going to go ahead and start the application side by side. Mr. Hayward, Jason. Now this is an automatic username and password created for Mr. Hayward going into healthcare.gov. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Hayward, and I'm going to come here and hit .1989.2015 because that's when he became my client. And the password's going to be capital B, UY, from Mike. Capital B, UY, from Mike. Buy from Mike. And we're going to go ahead and hit next. Now I did that for myself so that I can remember all of this information if Mr. Hayward ever wants it off the top of his head. Now here we've entered healthcare.gov. My CMS portal name is Mike King Mike. What I created in CMS login. Go ahead and log in here. Now this could be the same or different from your Medicare Learning Network, depending on what you've set up and how you set it up at that time. So if you don't know it, I'm going to show you here in just a second how you can make sure you can go and reset it. I'm going to hit log in. It's redirecting me to healthcare.gov. There are no verification questions. I have already set up the things that I needed to set up in regards to user name and password. I'm going to hit Start Application. And you know what? This is from last year, so when you get to the screen, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and start a new one. You hit Next. You agree. You're going to save and continue, and you begin the application. Now, for those of you who say, well, I've already purchased the software. Everything's awesome, Mike, except for the fact I cannot seem to get it to connect like you just did. You're going to want to make sure that you are able to log in to CMS and you are active. So you come to portal.cms.gov. You're going to click on that. And you're going to go ahead and hit log in to CMS Secure Portal. Now, if you forgot your user ID or forgot your password, these are both here. And if you're new, you're going to want to set up a new user registration. But to verify that you have access to the CMS portal and that you are certified or granted access, I should say, for the FFM login, as a broker, you need to accept the terms and conditions here. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my username, again, Mike, King Mike, and my password. And I'm going to hit log in. Over here on Request Access Now is where you want to make sure that you double check. I see it's me in the upper right hand corner. I come to Request Access Now. And to the very far right hand side of the screen as this comes up, you will see that my access states that my existing role as a FFM agent broker, that I do have access to be an FFM agent broker. You're going to want to make sure that all of this is active and that on your My Access inside the enterprise portal of portal.cms.gov, you have this as existing role FFM agent broker. So let's just say that Mr. Hayward had to go. Time was interrupted, and he said, can you just email me this information so that I can make sure that I can work on this later? I said, absolutely, Mr. Hayward. So we're going to come back in here. We're going to log back in. Make sure I got that password right. We're going to hit sign in. Now I come to my applications, and there's Mr. Hayward. Huh. Saved him. I'm here. rather than go to summary, I'm just going to click next. We know what he wants. We're going to continue. Current selection. Save and next. And this time, we're going to invite the applicant. So we can email it direct from here. And Mr. Hayward will get a quote. So I'm going to email it to myself, just so that everybody can see how this works. I'm going to send it to myself, so it's to me, from me, but you can put your clients in here. And I'm also going to say, please click on to view your quote below. Please complete the enrollment data form. I want to be your advocate with healthcare.gov. Likely anybody who's wanting to work with an agent will not argue with that. So you're going to go ahead and hit send. You can come down here. It says, should you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. You may want to put your phone number in there. We're going to go ahead and hit send. I'm going to wait. I'm going to Outlook. Come over here and what I want to do is I want to pop this out so you all can see it. Dear Jason, please click on the following link and complete this enrollment. Okay, so it's emailed direct to Jason. There's a unique link to him. Opening up, current selection. Now he could change his plan, but we're going to go ahead here. Hayward self next. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and paste that into a different browser so you can see what it would look like, because I'm already logged into the platform. So the software is doing its thing. I'm going to go ahead and paste this right here. This is what Mr. Hayward would see, because he would not be logged in. Now I got to make sure if you do not get the entire link, it won't work. So bear with me here. And I want to go to Firefox. Try Internet Explorer, because I never use it. Intake form, begin. So now he's going to verify this is him, your contact information. So he's going to verify all of his information. He's going to put in his social security number, his email address, newest Redbird at gmail.com. His phone number is 770-552-3123. And his cell phone is 404-550-3123. He lives at 123 Buckhead Place. And he's suite, or should I say, number 2222. city, Atlanta, and he chooses English. So the software will absolutely correct you if you forget something. So I need to come here to Georgia and then go next. Yes, he's applying for coverage. Yes, he wants to make sure that he is in the lowest market cost. He is a citizen. Job employer name. St. Louis Cardinals. LLP. Employer phone number 314-255 or 252-55. Excuse me, their number is actually 0506. He makes $22,000 annually. And he doesn't have any student loans, alimony, or other. Information's been saved successfully. He is single. We're going to go ahead and hit next. He's not eligible for Medicare. None of he or his dependents are Alaskan Natives or American Indians. Doesn't have any health coverage anywhere else. He's not on COBRA. And he's not eligible for COBRA. He's not had a recent loss in coverage. No one's losing coverage. No one's recently got married. It's just him. These are all dependent questions, so he's all set, and he's going to go ahead and proceed. This is optional. He says, you know, I'm not on any drugs right now. He satisfied me with the Emory. I'll have to pick a doctor, but I'm good with that. He understands that we're going to complete that. We will complete his health application, and if he chooses, provide him the and he can choose to provide financial information to find out if he's eligible. Well, he's done that. No one's incarcerated. He's choosing to make sure that in future years he can use his income data inside the healthcare marketplace, making it easier to re-enroll year after year. And then he's going to also agree that if he has any questions, that he can contact the marketplace directly. He's read and understood everything, and he's going to sign J. Hayward. And you know what? All of these need to be capital. Double check that the signature is accurate, and he is going to go ahead and submit. Did you hear that email? If you didn't, let me pull it back up. Dear King Mike, Hayward, Jason has completed the enrollment data form. Please log in. So we will come back to enrollment data form. We're going to look here, and there's Mr. Hayward. So we're going to go ahead and view. We've got all this information here on him. We can come into applications now. Hayward, continue. And we can go right back to where we were earlier and complete his application through healthcare.gov. You want to send out the quote link to 100, 200 people at once? Post it on social media? It's all right here. So we'll go ahead and pull this up. You want to post this on social media, tweet it. I like to cut just to make sure that I got it all. Now I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to hit history, and I'm going to clear recent history. I'm going to clear everything just to make sure everything's cleared. I'm going to show you how this link works. If you look down at the bottom, this is where people could self-enroll or begin the process so that you have the enrollment data form. And right there is my NPN number and my contact information. So all of this right here makes sure that I'm tied to every application that this link is involved in. For those of us who enrolled last year with healthcare.gov, there's no doubt that this, along with being able to standardize passwords, usernames, have all the information available, and communicate and connect with your client. Because let's face it, as independent agents, our two biggest competitors are insurance companies and the federal government. And now you have a tool to compete directly with both. You show the carriers that you want to show. You communicate with your clients the way you'd like to communicate with them. You have all these other tools and resources here to make sure that you have the ability to best serve your clients in a post-Obamacare America, in a 21st century insurance environment. So real quick, if this is something you want to learn more about, we'll be producing other videos and other training. But for those of you who don't know anything about Messer Financial, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Messer Financial Group, we believe that behind every success lies a strong partner. And we practice what we preach. So from the software standpoint, here's the benefits of the software. You can enroll 100 plus clients at the same time. You send out that link and have 50 people who want to speak to you the following morning. You can email quotes directly to people. Clients can apply without you if you want to go that route. That's up to you, but they could do it. They can self-enroll, and you will get credit. Whether they self-enroll or enroll with your help, your national producer number is automatically embedded in every application. The power of that is so significant. It means that the federal government and the insurance companies now have to pay you on every app you write. The CRM portion of it captures all the client data, and you can remove any carriers that don't fit your business model. Frequently asked questions, this will be on the PDF on our website. Here's the link for you to be able to go ahead and log in. If you're newly set up and having trouble, you're going to use your email address as the username and password 1. I'd encourage you to change it. And then if you're having CMS problems with the portal and making sure that your password's accurate, you can reset it here. And then why work with Messer Financial? Keep it short and sweet. Messer Financial is an insurance wholesaler that's based on health insurance. It was founded on health insurance and grew in the health and life insurance world by agents, that the founders of the company were health insurance agents and are health insurance agents. I was a field agent for almost 10 years. The majority of our staff worked in the field, so we know what it's like to sit across people from at the kitchen table. We've been in nice homes. We've been in not so nice homes. And we've been in homes that didn't look so nice, but inside there were just excellent people who really needed our help. We're not specific just to a senior agency. Our daddy did not build this business and give it to us. That we're a real organization that was built from the ground up to make sure that agents, independent agents, had choice and had options. And that's why we provide industry-leading training and support. We're the only wholesaler in the Southeast that I know of that provides multiple different classes specific to life insurance, health insurance, and senior products where you can get CE credit for them. And if you're working with anyone that doesn't make sure your contracts are vested day one, that you have a waiting period before you own your book of business and you're an independent agent, I'd highly encourage you to revisit that document and find out what your options are. Because we make sure that every piece of business you write from the first day that you're from app number 1, you own. You're 100% vested day one. And we also believe that we need to give you enough reasons to work with us. So one of the things that we make sure that we document and have in writing is that the contract is vested from day one, and if you were to, for whatever reason, pass, you could will it not only to your spouse, but you could will it to one more person, whether it be a grandchild or a child, so that your hard work, it continues, because so many of us are in this business not for the first day, but for the renewal business and for building that quality book over a lifetime. And the open release policy, it's as simple as that. Barring you don't owe us any money from advances, if for whatever reason we haven't given you enough reasons to work with us, we'll absolutely release you at once. We have advanced commissions on over and under 65 products, along with life products and supplemental products. Please contact us to learn more about the advanced commissions. And we also have the ability to pay top contracts. We have top-tier contracts with all the national carriers and many top-tier contracts with the regional carriers. What that means to you as an agent is that you can make more money on the exact same production. It's just huge. We have our own incentive trip. We believe agents need to be fiduciary responsible to their client. To do so, you have to be able to make decisions that are based on what's in the marketplace. So whether you write a dental app, a health app, a life app, a med sup app, as long as it's not Med Advantage and it's a product that we represent, you write 100 of them total combined, any app, you're going to have an incentive trip that's due to you. We also have proprietary technology tools in both the private exchange side of things and the direct enrollment platform. What we've gone through today is the direct enrollment platform. If you'd like to know more about all of our private exchange services and the proprietary technology there, please give us a ring. The phone number is going to be at the bottom of the slide. Real quick on the incentive, you write 100 applications, you got 2 days, 3 nights at Hyatt destination of your choice. 200 applications, and folks, that's any, 4 days, 3 nights, plus a $400 gift card. And at 300 applications, you're going to get a $600 gift card plus 5 days, 4 nights at the top tier Inspire destinations of Hyatt. If you're an agency out there taking a look at this, so many different agencies have decided to leverage our resources, and when they produce 1,500 applications, they also qualify for the 5 days, 4 nights, and an $800 gift card. So in closing, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your attention in investing it in reviewing this tutorial. Take action now to maximize your ACA open enrollment. You're not going to find a platform that's a better value. Some people have been talking about the lowest cost platform in the industry. It's not. $50 a month, no annual contract. Call now, 866-568-9649, extension 4. And right there, from our website, you can click, download the form. It has instructions on what to do with it. And in fact, I'll click on it now just so you can see. And there's your order form. Complete it, fax it or email it to us. Our phone number's there again, and we'll turn this thing right around and make sure that you're set up same day. So I thank you for your time and attention. Look forward to working with you and any agents that you work with this year. And if you're an independent producer, this solution's already helped so many valuable agents that we work with write more business already than they wrote all of last year. We have people inside the first 2 weeks of enrollment who have already written 100, 150 applications. Some of them are knocking on the door of 200, and I'd imagine by the end of next week, with the momentum that they're gaining, it could be 300 or 400. So this is an opportunity to fast forward your business light years ahead, take advantage of an awesome software package that makes this that much more real and relevant to your clients. Well, double, triple, or even 10 times the business that you would have written without it. So again, thank you for your time and attention. Appreciate everybody being available to take a look at this video, and call us with any questions. Thank you.